U.S. President Barack Obama has wrapped up his historic visit to Cuba. During his three-day stay, he met his Cuban counterpart, gave a speech to the Cuban people, and even took in a baseball game. Park Ji-won has more.
The first sitting U.S. president to visit Cuba in 88 years made up for lost time, packing in a lot during his stay on the island. President Obama's last hours in Cuba were spent watching a baseball game, a sport with which both countries share a common passion. Obama sat with Cuban President Raul Castro for the game between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Cuban national team. Cuban citizens found it hard to contain their excitement about the visit.
This has a special meaning for us with regards to Cuban-U.S. relations. It is very important for us.
Earlier in the day, Obama made the first ever live broadcast speech to the Cuban people at Havana's Grand Theater. He said by renewing relations with Cuba, he hopes to bury the last remnant of the Cold War.
Why now? There is one simple answer. What the United States was doing was not working. We have to have the courage to acknowledge that truth. A policy of isolation designed for the Cold War made little sense in the 21st century.
Despite their economic and political differences, Obama stressed the common heritage between the countries and said they will soon begin cooperation in various fields such as agriculture, education, and law enforcement. Obama also stressed the value of democracy and human rights and reconciliation.
I believe that every person should have the freedom to practice their faith peacefully and publicly. And yes, I believe voters should be able to choose their governments in free and democratic elections.
Obama held a private meeting with Cuban dissidents and civil society leaders, including independent journalists and a gay rights advocate, at the U.S. Embassy on the same day. In December last year, Obama and Raul Castro announced the historic ending of their 56-year-old estrangement since Cuba's 1959 revolution. President Obama is now in Argentina for summit talks with the South American country's new president, Mauricio Macri. Park Ji-won, Arirang News.